I don't know how to start this.
Do you think you should probably think of how to start the video before you do it?
Good morning. As you can see by the title of this video, we are doing what my little man eats in a day. So he is 8 months old. He'll turn 9 months old on the 31st. October 31st, he'll turn 9 months old. And he is formula fed. We do use a milk-based formula. So as soon as we have his 9-month appointment, as soon as we get the okay from his doctor, we're probably going to be switching to soy or something like that, just to completely eliminate the dairy from his diet. But aside from his diet, or aside from his formula, he eats no dairy, no meat, no animal products of any kind, cheese, anything like that. Fruits, vegetables, grains, stuff like that. He does eat something a little different day to day, just depending on what mood he's in and what we have on hand. So this is just going to be today, not as a general guideline. So, little backstory. So a year ago, almost a year ago, I think in November or December it'll be a year, I started researching the plant-based diet because I heard it was really good for you and, filled you full of energy and all this, and I had no energy because, of course, I was 9 months pregnant at the time. So I started researching that, and then I brought it up to my husband a couple months ago, and after a little finagling, he was okay to try it. So we have been doing that. Now, if we're outside of the house, we try and eat vegan if possible, but if we're starving, we're not going to wait to eat till we get home. We're going to stop through a drive-thru or something and get something, but we are going to try to not do that anymore or try to do it as little as possible. He's not as excited about the vegan diet as I am, but he'll probably come around to it though. But we are vegan or plant-based, if you want to call it, for our health and for the animals and for the environment. Our health is the main reason I started researching, and then as I researched more, I saw more of what the meat and dairy industry really puts animals through, and then just what the omnivoric diet, if you want to call it, so eating meat along with veggies, really does to the environment and all the plastics and all that. So we do recycle, we do save our scraps to make like a vegetable broth, because I make homemade vegetable broth, but we try and do our best. We're not perfect. Some days he gets a banana for breakfast and calls it good. Other days he'll get this full laid out meal. And then other days I have these little Gerber things. They're processed foods, yes, which I'm trying to steer away from, but they get food and nutrients into him, and it's really, really easy for the days where I'm just so tired I can't do anything. But I'm getting ready to make his breakfast now. It is 11 o'clock, so we are eating a lot later than we normally do. We try and eat around 9 or 10, depending on what the day is. My husband's off today, so that's different than the days that he's not off. The days that he's working, he is in the Air Force. And we do live in Washington. We live in Washington State. It is cold and snowy out today. So we can't get like tropical fruit. We can't get like the most in-season stuff. But we try our hardest. But I'm just going to make breakfast now. No? Okay, you're just kind of playing with it. So he's just kind of playing with this food right now, not really eating, kind of dropping it everywhere and just messing with it, just to play with something. So I'm just going to go ahead and get him out, clean him up, and let him play for a bit. I normally have a rag to clean him up with, but I don't know where it is. Yeah. Baby wipes for the win. Oh, excuse you. Say bye. See you for lunch. So it is 4:20, and I am making a little snack / lunch of sorts. Normally he eats lunch around like 1 or 2, but he was napping, and then since breakfast was late, that didn't help either. So normally he would have breakfast, lunch, and then I'd be making like a second snack right now because he'd have a snack between breakfast and lunch, but that's just not going to work today, so we're just going to do this. And so far for today, here's his lunch: celery, cucumbers, homemade hummus, carrots, and orange bell peppers.
I'm sorry. It was kind of cute.
So it is now 9 o'clock. It's 9:30, and I'm just now starting to make dinner. We're having taco pizza, which is just taco ingredients on top of pizza crust. So I'm just using this pie crust. And normally I would make my own. I prefer to make everything homemade, be it pizza crust or bread or tortillas. I just think everything tastes better, and plus it's cheaper. I get to control what gets put in them, and I know what's put in them. However, this past month has just been really exhausting and really tiring, so sometimes you gotta go with the processed stuff. This is not wanting to work. That's what I find with like processed stuff. It doesn't want to work as easily as like homemade stuff. Like homemade pizza crust, which I would normally be using, but it's fine. So it looks like shit, but it's going to taste alright, so in the end, it's going to be fine. I do, however, like to make my own spice blends, so I'm making a taco spice blend. And of course, I'll leave the recipe down in the description box, like I always do. These are awesome. They're from Walmart. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. I cannot find the pepper at the minute, so I'm just using garlic pepper. And it calls for a teaspoon of black pepper, however I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm not a pepper person. I never really have been. I'm more of like a salty, sweet type person. My husband, though, is definitely more of like the savory, peppery type. These are lentils that I cooked from dry. I ended up making way too many, so I froze them. They're a great meat substitute, like ground beef substitute. So I'm gonna saute them for a minute or two, warm them up, and then add the taco seasoning. These are done now. They've kind of soaked in all the stuff, so I'm gonna let these cool while the pizza crust is still in the oven, and then once it's done, we'll put this on it and then put it back in the oven. Say someone got fussy before dinner was ready, so we had to put out the snacks.
It's a dang joke.
And these are the kind we're using. These are really good. We do keep baby snacks on hand for these moments. So, and there's his dinner.
Oh, that's
Hello, it is currently the next day after this footage was being shot. I'm sitting here editing it, and I realized that, number one, I forgot to do an end clip. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you stick around for more. But I realized in the beginning as I was watching, so backtrack to the beginning of the video. I mentioned that we were vegan and whole foods plant-based, and that was actually a misnomer or misspeak on my part. We do eat fish every now and then, maybe once a month or once every other month. So, I mean, technically we're pescatarian if you want to put a name on it, but I mean, we stay mainly vegan and plant-based. It's just mainly every once a month or maybe every other month we'll have some fish or some chicken or something like that. So call it whatever you want, but I'm just gonna say mainly vegan. But yeah, I realized I forgot to say that. So in some of my dinner videos you might see me cooking seafood, which I do intend to start doing again. So hopefully I'll have a what's for dinner up next week. If not, sorry. But I will let you get to the video. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.